Have you ever felt completely lost in the chaos of daily life, like the pressure and stress were crushing you? Have you found yourself reacting impulsively, only to regret it later? Imagine being able to face any situation with unshakable calm, as if an invisible armor protected you from both external and internal storms. In this video, I will share the teachings of a master who learned to transform challenges into opportunities and to master calm in every situation. The ancient ninja wisdom I'm about to reveal could change how you handle your biggest problems. Watch until the end, and you will discover how to apply these secrets in your daily life. Are you ready to learn how to conquer your own inner peace? Let's begin this journey together. Deep within a dense, mist-covered forest, the ancient ninja sat in absolute silence. His eyes, old yet sharp, observed the dance of the leaves in the wind, as if each movement contained a lesson. He breathed slowly and deeply, his presence a reflection of a life built on discipline, control, and patience. The tranquility that emanated from him seemed almost supernatural, like an invisible armor shielding him from any disturbance. Many had tried to break his calm, but they always failed. The secret behind his serenity. It wasn't just skill, but the result of years of self-mastery and a deep understanding of human nature. This is a story that reveals that secret, a story you can also become part of. "This is our story," he said, his voice echoing in the stillness. A young student sat beside him, eagerly awaiting the words that would shape his mind. Every warrior faces external enemies, but true masters learn to win the inner battle. The chaos around us is inevitable, but the chaos within, that can be controlled. The ancient ninja remembered his own struggles, when he too fought to master his emotions and not be a slave to anger, fear, or anxiety. His words weren't just advice, they were lived experiences from missions where the sharpest weapon was his mind. The pupil, eyes fixed on the master, asked, "But Sensei, how can one stay calm when everything around them is falling apart?" The ancient smiled softly. "Calm," he said, "is not something you find outside yourself. It is something you build within. Just like a sword is forged in fire, serenity is built by facing life's greatest challenges. When we understand that external chaos is temporary and unavoidable, we begin to focus on what we can control: our mind." The young man reflected deeply as the master continued. For many, life is a constant battle against circumstances, but the wise learn that the true battle is in mastering themselves. The ancient ninja looked out over the horizon as if he could see through time. "I remember a mission," he began. "I was surrounded, enemies on all sides. We were outnumbered, and any wrong move could mean the end. But in that moment, I remembered a lesson my own master had taught me. When chaos surrounds you, the first step is to calm your mind. And so I did. I took a deep breath, tuned out the external confusion, and in the silence of my mind, I found the solution." The pupil listened, fascinated, as the ancient revealed that by remaining calm, he was able to observe his enemy's weaknesses, seizing the perfect opportunity to escape without spilling blood. "Mental control," the ancient ninja continued, "is the key to mastering any situation. Many believe strength comes from speed or brute force, but true power lies in clarity of thought. When the mind is at peace, answers emerge naturally, even amidst chaos." The young man, trying to grasp this, asked, "But how can I achieve that clarity when my thoughts are so restless?" The master smiled and, with his patient, wise demeanor, said, "Daily practice of stillness is what prepares the mind for life's storms." Night fell, and the soft light of the moon illuminated the surrounding forest. The ancient continued, "You don't need a special place to find this calm. True serenity can be cultivated anywhere, at any time. When your breathing calms, the heart calms too. And when the heart is at peace, the mind follows." He raised a finger, as if to emphasize something important. Every difficult situation is an opportunity to practice this art. The more you practice, the stronger your invisible armor becomes. The pupil sat in silence, contemplating every word. He realized that the master's calm wasn't something he had simply inherited or acquired overnight. It was the result of discipline, practice, and facing his deepest fears. "Your invisible armor, Sensei. How can I build it?" the young man asked. The ancient looked at him with an enigmatic smile. "Everyone forges their own armor, but it begins with the simple act of observing your thoughts and not being ruled by them." The wind whispered softly, and the ancient continued teaching. "In the many missions I've lived, I learned that the greatest enemy wasn't the one wielding a sword against me, but the fear that took root in my heart. When I learned to control that fear, I became invincible. Fear is like a shadow. If you face it with a calm mind, it disappears. But if you let it control you, it grows and consumes everything." The words echoed in the pupil's heart, who understood that the real battles are fought within each of us. The forest around them grew darker, but within the young man's mind, a new light began to shine. He was starting to see that a ninja's true strength was not only in physical prowess, but in the ability to keep the mind at peace, no matter what happened. The ancient smiled, seeing the transformation in his pupil's eyes. "This is our story," he repeated, "not just mine, but of all who seek peace amidst chaos." The ancient stood slowly, his body still agile despite the years. "Now," he said, "you must practice. Every day, when challenges arise, remember that the true battle is not outside but within you. Cultivate your calm like a delicate plant. Over time, it will grow strong and resilient, becoming your invisible armor." The pupil bowed in reverence, ready to put the teachings into practice. As they walked back toward the dojo, the ancient ninja continued to speak. "Remember, young one, that serenity is the key to seeing what others do not. When everyone panics, you will remain in control. When chaos erupts, you will see hidden opportunities. And most importantly, when your heart is at peace, you will be invincible." "Sensei," the young man asked, "how will I know if I've truly achieved this inner peace?" The master paused, looked deeply into the pupil's eyes, and replied, "You will know when, in the midst of life's greatest storm, you can smile and remain calm. That will be the sign that your invisible armor is complete." The pupil absorbed these words, and as they walked in silence, a new determination grew within him. He knew the journey would be long and difficult, but he was ready to follow the path of serenity. After all, he had the best master by his side. "And for those of you watching and listening," the ancient ninja said, "know that you are part of this journey too." "And so," the master continued, "today's lesson is about finding peace amidst chaos. Learning to build your own invisible armor is a process, but each step will bring you closer to complete mastery of your mind and heart. Do not let the external world dictate your emotions. When you become the master of yourself, no storm will be able to bring you down." And for you, watching this now, just like my pupil, you are also forging your invisible armor with every challenge you face. In every moment of chaos, you have the chance to practice serenity. Join us in the next lesson, and together, we will continue walking the path of wisdom. Like this video and share it with those who need to hear this message, because we are all in search of that inner peace the ancient ninja discovered.